We've got people very unhappy, so it's going to mean who shows up on Election Day. And there have been a number of things that the Republicans and Democrats are anticipating because of this. I think they think that, just as we saw in 2010 with the governor's race, they think that the Tea Party movement is going to stir up people and bring people to the polls for Republicans. They think that this Occupy Wall Street phenomenon will also maybe bring people out to support, because they have nowhere else to go, perhaps the Democrat, perhaps Obama. But what they've done in Florida is something that I think is designed to influence turnout, in that they've made it much more difficult for people to vote early. They've restricted the polling hours for early voting, and they have established some parameters, and it's happening all across the country. Now these things are being challenged.
Defining they.
But I'm sorry, the Republicans in the last legislative session. So it's the turnout. It's all about the turnout.
Turnout, along those lines, I think the success or failure of President Obama to win Florida again in 2012, I think rides in part on enthusiasm in particular among Hispanics in Central Florida. And not just enthusiasm, but whether they register and whether they turn out and vote for President Obama. I mean, as Steve said earlier, there's been enormous growth in Hispanics in Florida since, well, there's been growth even since 2008. And and these are not Cubans, you know, who typically vote Republican. These are Central Florida Hispanics, many of them Puerto Rican. Some of them are kind of swing voters, but they tend to lean Democratic. If they can get a lot of those people to come out and vote, he'll do well. If they don't, I think he will not do well.